I'm excited today. Today I get to go for a bike ride with my beautiful, beautiful bride, Melissa. We've been having an absolute blast, but what I wanted to share with you is that Vanpowers very kindly sent her an e-bike, or myself an e-bike, which has become her e-bike 2 years ago now. Can you believe it's been 2 years?
No.
It's pretty amazing. And then recently they sent me this one. Now, the urban glides have been absolutely delightful. They've got so much going for them, and I just thought it would be really smart for me to follow up and find out from Melissa how she likes her urban glide. This one I've had now for the last few weeks, and I've been sort of working into it and getting it set up properly just for me, just so I feel comfortable riding around. So I thought today what we'd do is we'd start the day off right. We had some sushi, and we went for a nice ride.
It was so good.
It was good sushi.
You got to feed your wife first before
Yeah, if
you
I
do
feed
anything.
her first, then
everything goes better.
So we took a ride from downtown Victoria all the way out through, all the way out to here we are in Langford. We went down to the beautiful, beautiful not Metchosin, it's called the Esquimalt Lagoon. The Esquimalt Lagoon. But let's get straight down, brass tacks. We're having lots of fun. We're going to meander through some of the parks, and that's what these are absolutely perfectly designed for. So what do you like about your urban glide?
I think maybe the question is, what don't I like? This is the best bike I've ever had. I absolutely love this bike. It reminds me of a bike that my grandparents bought me when I was in high school. I rode it all the way through university. I love that bike. And when we moved from British Columbia to Ontario, we sold all our bikes.
Oh no.
And I regretted when we got here, I regretted giving up that bike. So
this is reminiscent of your past.
It's reminiscent of a bike that had a special place in my heart, only it's way better. It's even better.
What's better about it?
It's electric, for one. So here, so I love the electric for so many reasons. When we ride in the city and you're with the cars, it's got the throttle. So off the line, I can just throttle it and not have to worry about being.
What about the comfort?
Oh, it's comfortable. It does have some suspension.
Yep, suspension at the front.
Not like yours. Yours has a bike.
That's right. Yeah, so she's got suspension forks at the front, so do I. But this has a suspension in the seat post. Hey, that's really nice. I got to get you a seat post suspension because I'm finding that just takes out a little bit. But you don't find it troublesome
at all? It's not, yeah.
You've never had an issue?
No, it's just when I see you go over the bumps, it's like a Cadillac, and mine's like not as nice as a Cadillac. Yeah.
How about range?
I mean, I don't ride my bike as far as you ride yours. Although today we went from Victoria to Esquimalt.
Yeah, we're going to do about 25 miles.
Yeah,
about 40
so we went a long way today. Yeah, so it has great range, although I'm littler than you.
You are a little bit littler than I am, yes.
But I'm not the most petite woman. So.
And I think that's important to say, right? Like, so you got the size, it's class 2, and you got a small frame. Mm-hmm. I also have a class 2, and I have a large frame.
And I like that about this bike is that it rides like a bike, not an electric bike. I remember when you first started reviewing electric scooters and electric bikes, they were huge and they were so heavy. There was a real difference between electric bikes and bikes. Mm-hmm. And now electric bikes are actually more like bikes. I can move this around myself. I can lift it and get it on and off curbs and things.
Yeah,
I'm strong, but it's not like remember how big they used to be and how heavy, and they were awful.
And they still can be. Like the cargo bike that we rode it out to Costco and back to see if we could do it.
Even that one wasn't as bad as it used to be.
No, they're getting better.
Yeah, they are a lot better.
And I think also what tends to, so I'm also transitioning out of, I used to ride a fat tire bike all the time, and now I'm riding this style of bike, and I'm finding the rolling resistance is so much less on this. Mm-hmm. So that means everything's more efficient, like more power, more range, mm-hmm. because I'm not have that rolling resistance. And I haven't noticed, if anything, I would say for riding around comfort-wise, the tires are absolutely lovely on this. Yeah,
I'm just looking at my battery power.
Yep.
It's at 82%.
Oh.
How far we went.
Yeah. Well, we're only halfway.
Yeah. But we went, which is crazy.
So you're 82% and you're petite.
I'm 150 pounds.
And I'm at 74%.
Which is crazy, right?
Yeah, we have the same size battery, same size motors. I love the step through.
Yeah, I like the step through. The other thing I wanted to say was today we had one spot, a couple of spots where we had to get off the trails and be in urban areas, and there was one spot with a hill. And so sometimes I ride around without power even because I like to get some exercise. Normally I ride it around on the first, number 1.
Yep, power level 1.
But then today when we were in those urban spots and on hills, I just put it in number 3, and then it's no problem. You're just up the hill.
Yep.
Yeah, you have the power you need to move in traffic.
Which is good safety,
yeah,
right?
I like
it just
that.
gives you the extra, oh, I'm good. I can get out of this area really fast. I am delighted. I'm just so tickled that Vanpowers sent these to us in the first place. But these are absolutely 100%
I just want to say
pure
something.
review. Like, I'm not being paid by Vanpowers to come out with positive things to say. That's not how we work. Everything I do, everything I talk about whenever I'm doing any kind of reviews, and I know you do the same thing with your YouTube channels, because she's a much bigger YouTuber than I am. We're really careful about what we review, and we don't say anything unless we absolutely 100% believe it. I prefer
seat's comfortable.
Yours is a bit wider. Mine's lovely.
And also the grips are comfortable. They've got the wide so you can rest your wrist.
And do you, oh yeah, you have that as well. The rest, and the palm gets that extra
extra
there.
support.
The other thing I like is the swept back handlebar.
Yeah, you can sit upright
so you can sit more upright and go through aerodynamic. And the last thing for adjustments, because when it arrived, there are some adjustments that you can make to the angle of the handlebars and also the position on rolling of the handlebars. And so I've adjusted that all, and now I'm in a neutral position when I'm riding. I'm not getting any fatigue at all on my shoulders, nothing. I don't feel tired at all right now.
And what about where the motor is? Do you want to say something about that?
I don't know what you can say whatever you like.
I don't know what it means, but sometimes they say things about that, where the motor is on an e-bike.
Well, no, we can cut here.
Because it's back here.
What about it?
As opposed to...
Oh, mid-drive versus...
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, you can say whatever you like.
I have no idea. It doesn't bother me. I think it's fine.
Well, they're both rear-drive motors rather than mid-drive motors, but they do sell one that is a mid-drive as well that I've tried. It was nice, but I find this is great. I've had no problems whatsoever.
Okay. The other thing that I would say is that one thing about Tim is that if it's not pinned down, he sells it and moves it along. And so I'm absolutely petrified that he's going to move my bike along. So when he said it's amazing that I've had it for 2 years, it is amazing. I do love this bike, and I'm always tagging Vanpowers on it in my Instagram stuff. Like, this is my bike, and don't you dare sell this on me. I love
didn't know
this
you were
thing.
doing that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, I think after all that, hopefully you got something. If you have any questions about either one of these Vanpowers, you want to ask a question of myself or of Melissa. Thank you, Melissa, for coming for this ride. Hopefully the sushi was payment enough. And you know what? I'm just tickled by them. I have absolutely no issues whatsoever with the Vanpowers. Full review, if a link to it up here so you can see the full review of the Urban Glide and the first one, this particular review, which is now almost 2 years ago, June. So yeah, other than that, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. And as I said before, comments down below. I always love to respond to every single comment.